Hello folks, day 9 of quarantine out of 14. It's getting a little bit crazy for me. You know, COVID is going to change the way the world works. These are the worst of times, but these are also the best of times. Why do I say best of times and worst of times? Because crisis is actually a two-sided coin. You have the crisis that you know, but it also creates opportunity. I've had time to think during this quarantine, and I have a definition of crisis that I would like to discuss with you. Crisis actually is just a period of time with very rapid change. Now, I know in technology change is happening all the time, but what happens in a crisis is that you have a change that is so intense that people are really confused on what to do. As an example, we have 911. At the time, if you remember going through it, it was very difficult. If we look back on it, then we see there was just a step function in how we travel and how nations do their security. Folks, what's really needed in a crisis is inspirational leadership that gives us focus, direction, and stepwise goals. Does that sound familiar? Well, for health and fitness, that's my ultrafine system. Folks, I want to talk about 3 different areas of COVID-19 crisis and opportunity. The first one you probably know the best. You know that before COVID-19 came along, we already had a transition from brick and mortar to online digital. Now, what happens in the crisis, as I mentioned, everything is changing very, very fast. So the transition from brick and mortar to digital has been compressed from maybe years or so into just weeks. And that creates the crisis for business. For food, we have a crisis also because the sit-down restaurants were mostly closed. However, some of them have morphed pretty well to do takeaway and have a good business going. Now those that have been able to manage cash and manage to pivot to the new situation are going to be the ones that come out very well. So the crisis has become opportunity. So folks, now we come to the immunity part of the COVID-19 crisis. It's a tragedy of how many people we've lost in the world. However, 99% of the people that died had pre-existing conditions. So if we take good care of our health, we have a much, much better capability to fight the disease. Unfortunately for a virus, your immunity is all you have. There is no medication. There is no vaccine. There is no supplement that the hospital can give you to help you fight it. It all comes down to your immunity. And folks, health and fitness is the only way you can improve your immunity. So I talked about the immunity parts before. I won't go through it again in this video. But here's what I'd like to do. I would like to be the inspirational leader for the COVID-19 immunity. So if you like what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, even if it's not right for you personally, that's okay. But I got a favor to ask you. Please follow, like, and subscribe, because that's the tool that I need to expand this story to reach more and more people. I really appreciate that level of help that you could give me. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. I hope this idea of crisis and opportunity makes sense to you so that we come out of this crisis, you're going to feel a little more secure in where we need to go and look for that inspirational leadership that you're going to need in each area. Have a good day. See you in our next video. Bye-bye.